us try to understand what are combination reactions. So combination reactions are those reactions in which two or more substances or reactants join together to form a single product. So to understand this more properly, so I have two substances, substance A and substance B. So in combination, both of them, they combine together and they will form a single product like this. They form a single product like this. So this is what is called as the combination reaction. So proceeding further, we have an activity that is simple activity wherein you will take a beaker. In that beaker, take what is called as calcium oxide. Calcium oxide is also called as quicklime. So in the calcium oxide, what you have taken in the beaker, add water, slowly into the beaker. And when you touch the beaker, what you will feel? You feel that the temperature of the solution has increased and you can feel the heat of the solution. Okay, so what is happening actually in this reaction is calcium oxide, which is also called as quicklime, when it combines with water, it is forming what is called as calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is also called the slaked lime, and lot of heat is getting released. So the reactions in which heat is getting released are called the exothermic reactions. So if you remember, we have endothermic reactions and exothermic reactions. If heat is getting absorbed, it is endothermic. But when the heat is getting evolved, it is called exothermic reaction. So this reaction of calcium oxide with water is an exothermic reaction, and it results in the formation of the slaked lime, that is calcium hydroxide. This calcium hydroxide that is formed, what is that? Do you know? That is the normal substance which is used for whitewashing your houses. To whitewash your house, they use this slaked lime or calcium hydroxide. So calcium hydroxide, actually, when you give a coating of this calcium hydroxide onto the walls, which is called the whitewashing, immediately you will not get the shine on the walls. What will happen? For 2 to 3 days, slowly this calcium hydroxide, it reacts with carbon dioxide that is present in the atmosphere, and it forms what is called calcium carbonate. When it forms calcium carbonate, actually your walls, they appear more shiny. They develop that shiny finish because of calcium carbonate that is getting formed. So calcium hydroxide, which is slaked lime, when you use it for whitewashing, after a period of 2 to 3 days, it will react with the carbon dioxide that is present in the atmosphere, and it will form the calcium carbonate, which will give the shiny finish to the walls. So this is how the reaction proceeds, and calcium carbonate is also the formula for the marble substance. So let us see some more combination reactions. Carbon reacts with oxygen, form carbon dioxide gas, this we know. Hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water. Here, if you have observed, is this reaction balanced? No. Where is the problem? So here oxygen is only 1, but here it is 2. So in order to balance this equation, what you need to do, you have to put a 2 here. So when you put a 2 there, what is happening? Your hydrogen is becoming 4. So what you have to do, you have to put a 2 here. So this will be a balanced equation. So like this, we have some examples of combination reactions. Let us proceed and learn further. So along with the combination reaction, we have come across what are exothermic reactions also. So what are exothermic reactions? The reactions in which heat is released along with the products are called exothermic reactions. So in exothermic reaction, what is happening? Heat is getting released. Heat is released along with the products. So let us see some more examples of these exothermic reactions. One we have already seen, wherein we have added water to calcium oxide, which is quicklime, and we have seen that there is formation of the slaked lime, the calcium hydroxide, along with the release of heat. So here are some more examples for you. So first is burning of natural gas. So natural gas, when it burns, natural gas is nothing but it is methane. So when it burns along with oxygen, it will form carbon dioxide and water. In that also heat is getting released. And respiration process. So every day all the living organisms, they have to respire for their survival. So respiration is the process actually which will break down the carbohydrates, the food materials that have been taken by the living organism. That food material will be actually combining with oxygen, and energy will be released out of it, which is an exothermic process. So the glucose that is formed out of the carbohydrates, whatever you have taken, from that the glucose. So the glucose that is formed from the carbohydrates which have been broken down will combine with oxygen and it will result in the formation of carbon dioxide, water and also energy. So this is a very good example of a physiological process which is exothermic in nature. The next is decomposition of vegetable matter into compost. So we might have put compost material in our garden several times, but do you know that compost is getting formed by decomposition of the vegetable matter and it is an exothermic reaction. So these are representative examples of the exothermic reactions, and so we have learnt about combination reactions and what are exothermic reactions along with few of the examples. So let us move on and learn about the other type of reactions, that is the decomposition reaction, the displacement reaction, the double displacement reaction in the coming up video.